So it feels really good to be sitting and filming in natural light here again after so long, and to be able to look up and see like blue sky and white clouds. It's a nice feeling, and I wanted to bring that onto like my channel as well. Hi guys, my name is Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, and today is a monthly favorites video where we're going to chat about everything that I've loved in the month of July 2020. So the month of July for me was really wet, grey and dull. It was just the weather that we were having. It is monsoon, so that was to be expected. And generally it was not a great month, which happens every now and then because every single month cannot be amazing. So this was sort of like January for me, which was also a bad month. I'm just really glad it's over. But when I'm having a little bit of a tougher month, I tend to turn towards things for comfort more, and so I have some nice cozy favorites to share with you guys. I know what you might be thinking, like, what is that ridiculous thing on your head, Magali? When I sat down to film, it was just so hot. I just did this, which kind of makes me look a little bit like a teenager from the 90s and not the 28-year-old woman that I am. But we're going with it, and we're gonna act like this was an intentional fashion choice. Although if I wanted you guys to think that, I probably should not have told it to you right now, but now it's too late. Now you know my secret. So this is the point where you might want to pause this video and grab yourself like a drink or a snack or something, and let's get started. My love for chai, I think, is pretty well documented on this channel. Sometimes it's just regular black tea with milk and sugar. Sometimes it is also a masala chai. But sometimes I like to vary things a little. And one thing that I've been really enjoying having ever since I got it is this turmeric classic golden latte mix from Vahdam, which is an Indian tea brand. This is not a tea. This is just a mix for turmeric latte or golden latte, which are just like the westernized versions of saying haldi doodh. It has premium quality Indian turmeric, and then it also has stevia and black peppers. Now I know haldi doodh has been part of Indian culture for a really long time. Stevia is a plant-based natural sweetener, so you don't have to add any kind of sugar in it. Black pepper is something you should always have whenever you're having haldi doodh, because it really helps you absorb like the good nutrition from turmeric, and there have been multiple studies on that. I was hoping that the stevia would not make it like overtly sweet, but it's just the right amount that everything feels like smooth and balanced, but it doesn't feel super sweet. You can also have this cold, but having it warm is my favorite way. So this variant is just the classic turmeric, but they also have a few different mixes which add an additional ingredient. They have one with ashwagandha, which is great to have just before going to sleep. They have one with moringa. There are a lot of different options, so I would encourage you to check them out. And Vahdam has very generously given me a discount code for you guys as well, so I'm going to leave it in the description bar below, so you can use that discount code to get 15% off of your order, not just of these turmeric lattes, but off of anything on their website. I actually have more teas from Vahdam as well that they sent, so let me know if you guys would like to see a tea haul as well. OG viewers will know that I used to do tea haul videos every now and then. I've done a few. I will leave the playlist over there. I haven't done one of these in a year and a half at least, so if you would like to see a new one featuring the Vahdam teas that I got, do let me know. So here I have from Yoga Bar their nut and seed trail mix in the tangy tomato flavor. So I have been buying a lot of things from Yoga Bar. I especially love their breakfast bars. They're really yummy. They have some amazing flavors, and they're very filling if you don't end up eating a meal. This is one of their new things that they released. My mom got obsessed with it, and then now that I have been trying it, I also really like it. There are 52% seeds in this mix and 17% nuts. The seeds are sunflower, watermelon, pumpkin, lotus, flax and chia. And then for the nuts you have peanut, almond and cashew. And then you also have like some dehydrated fruits such as lemon, guava and cranberry. And it's just really yummy. There are a few different flavors available. So if you're wondering what a trail mix is, I always say it's kind of like a chuda only, which is a very famous Indian snack, except that trail mix usually has a little bit more nuts, so it's really high on protein as well. I just have a random handful. There are a lot of almonds. I really like the small size seeds, like the pumpkin seeds. Good stuff. In general, I am someone who's a really big snacker, and I know it's not like the best possible habit, but I think that this is a really healthy alternative to a snack, so I usually just buy the box now, which has 10 of these little packets. This is a nice small packet, just 40 grams. It's really good for a single serving, and you know, you can't really overdo it. Plus, just one packet is super satisfying. These are the infallible concealers. The reason I have 2 shades is because I was sent one of them in PR, but it was way too light for me. But then later I realized I could use it as an under eye brightening concealer. So then I bought another one, and that one that I got was a bit darker and more suited to be used on the rest of my face. I have enjoyed using L'Oreal concealers for years. Like, their True Match used to be one of my favorites. I still have a couple of these that I'm finishing off. And the first thing that I noticed was the size. I was shook with like how big the size difference is, because just look at the size. This one looks like a tiny mini in comparison to the new infallible concealer, which makes sense because the old True Match concealer was just 5.2 ml and this new one is 10 ml. Now this is supposed to be a dupe of the famous Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which I haven't tried, so I can't really give you a comparison, but if you see the packaging, you can definitely make out that it's really similar and a little bit derivative. So it actually has a doe foot applicator with a little reservoir in the middle, and usually whenever I talk about a product in a favorites video, I like to show you guys little swatches, so I thought I would do that and I got carried away, and I ended up doing today's base makeup with just concealer and then powder. Now you can see that even the darker concealer that I got is a little bit light for my skin tone, and I think it kind of worked out because the powder that I used after was a little bit dark, so it evened things out. I really like the formula of this concealer because it gives good coverage. It's quite thin, it's not at all cakey. The only one major problem I have is that they've released just 3 shades of it in India, which is extremely pitiful because pretty much every other country that they released this in got so many more shades. I don't really know why L'Oreal does this for India. It's just like really disappointing behavior. They did this even with the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, where in the beginning I think there were just 3 or 4 shades, and then more recently they expanded on the range significantly and there are many more shades. So maybe they plan to do something like that here, but why not release like the whole range and give us that choice? That being said, if you have a skin tone like slightly lighter to me, I believe you should try these concealers out because the formula is amazing, and at full price it is a little bit expensive, but online you could always get it cheaper. I'm going to leave links for you guys below. I think this is a really good formulation, and if there were more shades, this would just be the perfect concealer. My next makeup favorite is a blush from L'Oreal. I've been talking so much about these L'Oreal blushes since the start of the year. They have a pretty big lineup now. There are some matte blushes. This one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and there are even a couple of highlighters, which is just really nice. So the previous blush that I overused in the last few months is called Be Fierce, and it is kind of a much brighter, deeper crimson blush that really looks like blush when you put it on your face. So if you really want that flushed cheek look, that's what you would go for. Today's blush, which I'm wearing right now, is like a lot more subtle and natural and minimal. I've really been enjoying it for times when I don't want a completely flushed cheek look. It's called City Explorer, a dusty coral pink with a little bit of shimmer. It's not like super glittery or anything like that, but it has this micro gold shimmer which gives you a little bit of a glow. And on skin like mine, if I put a little bit of this blush on, it looks so natural. And base makeup is something that looks nice, but it sort of also drains out all the life from your face and you need to put some of it back in. This blush almost makes me look like a little bit bronzed. It's not bronzer, but it gives me like that glowy lit look, like I've been spending time in the sun or I've gone on a beach holiday. It also matches my nails so perfectly. Next I have a couple of skincare items. The first is this 3-in-1 product from Body Shop, and it is supposed to be a wash, scrub and mask in one. It is from their tea tree range, which is especially good for acne prone skin of all genders. I always mention that skincare is not gendered, but I know that some marketing of skincare products can seem really feminine. So yeah guys, if you all are watching this, like, even men can use this if you have been facing oily skin or acne related issues. So this is one of those products that I've had for a little while now, and then I just like looked through my own stash and found it and realized that this is really amazing and I really like it. So first of all, it is in a tube, which is so handy to use and also much more hygienic than masks that you get in a jar, and it's also nice and thick and really easy to spread even if you don't use a face mask brush. Now I always recommend masking with a mask brush. Body Shop makes the best mask brush ever, but you know, the fact that this is in a tube, you can just apply this with your fingers and it doesn't really feel messy. This mask is kind of clay based, so that it also has a few like exfoliating particles, and also you can put this mask on for just 5 minutes, so it's easy to just slap it on your face and then go for a shower. When you need to keep masks on a really long time, like, that's when I get lazy about it because I never remember in time. So I prefer masks that you can use really quickly. So this being a 3-in-1 product doesn't mean that you can use this in place of a face wash or something like that. I believe what they mean is that whenever you mask with this, it also gives you the effect of a scrub and it gives you the effect of the face wash. So as I'm washing it off, I like to gently scrub it, and then it also exfoliates my skin. It's not at all harsh or anything like that. They recommend using the mask around 1 or 2 times a week. So whenever I'm actively breaking out, I might use it twice a week. Otherwise, I'll use it once. Some weeks I'll forget also, but masking is a nice habit to have. Also, I was just surfing like Amazon the other day, and I noticed that the Body Shop products are on Amazon, which is wonderful because I love and prefer shopping on Amazon in India for everything, including beauty products. So I love it when my favorite brands are available on Amazon. So the next skincare item that I have is also very much an old favorite that I've used for years together, and I was just about to finish my current tub and I realized I want to give it a shout out again because I still love it as much as I have loved it. It is the Laneige lip sleeping mask in the berry flavor or fragrance. Basically a lip balm that you use at night time. Like, it's a little bit heavier, so you put it on your lips before going to sleep, and then you wake up with absolutely baby soft lips. So I realized I started actively using this tub around November or December, so whenever like winter hit. And for the colder months, I used it absolutely every night without fail. I actually kept it beside where I sleep, so that was like very efficient. It became a ritual to put this on my lips every single night, and even then, it's now the start of August and I still have 2 or 3 days worth of product. So buying this tub, which is the full size, because they do have it available in 2 sizes, might seem a little bit expensive, but it really goes so far, and I believe that's really what like reaffirms its value for money. I have been using the lip sleeping masks since before Laneige launched in India. This was one of the few products that I used to buy every time I go to Bangkok, and then I was overjoyed when Laneige launched here, so that, you know, it's more easily accessible in India. Just last month, they also launched a couple of different flavors or fragrances of this lip sleeping mask. So they now have lime and grapefruit as well, which I've not tried because I already have another berry one. So I'm gonna have to wait to try them out. But now you guys have more variety available. I did buy their new Sika mask, which is good for sensitive skin, but I haven't used it enough to form an opinion. So let me know if you guys would like my review on that or whatever later on. This is essentially what kept my lips in good shape throughout winter, because I am prone to dry lips. And if you make this a ritual every night, then you definitely will not have to keep on slathering lip balm on in the daytime as well. My next favorite is this wheat full body waxing kit, which is also another old favorite, something that I've been using for years together. I did recently finish off what I have at home and I bought a new box, and I said I should give this a shout out in my favorites because this has been helping me with hair removal, not just during lockdown but for years together. I shave most of my body, but for my underarms I prefer waxing just because I don't want to be like shaving my underarms often. So when you wax, it is like a little bit painful, but then it does give you the hair-free experience for longer. So this full body waxing kit is really affordable. It costs 200 rupees and you get 20 strips, and you can again very often get it at a discounted rate online. These are what 2 strips stuck together look like, and 2 of these strips are more than enough for 1 armpit. So just basically with 4 strips you can get your underarm waxing done at home. It'll hardly take you 10 minutes. So growing up, like most Indian folks, I used to get my waxing done in beauty parlors or salons, but then I just had like so many strange experiences in different salons over the years that part of me was even wondering if you guys would like to hear some of those experiences. Like maybe I could make a chatty video about it someday. I just reached the end of my tether and I was like, I really don't want to be dependent on these salons. It is a huge headache. So I want to be self-sufficient or atmanirbhar and be able to do my waxing at home. And since I was already in the habit of doing it myself, then you know, the beauty parlors being shut during lockdown didn't really affect me that much personally, except for like haircuts, because I'm overdue for a haircut. And if you guys also prefer waxing but have not had the chance to go to salons, like now they've just started opening up, but it's still a little bit risky, so I know most people wouldn't prefer to just go for waxing, you know, then I would recommend buying one of these kits because there's a smaller box available as well, and you could try it yourself at home. You might get used to it and you might never end up going to a salon for waxing again. Also, it is just so much cheaper than going to a salon. One-time waxing doesn't cost that much. Each time you go, the costs really do add up. So you're saving a lot of money also. And those were all of the things that I really loved in the month of July. If you found something new or rediscovered one of your old favorite things, then let me know what it was in the comments, because I've said this, I absolutely love your recommendations. We also hit 17,000 subscribers in the month of July, and I try to visualize what 17,000 would look in person. Like, I know our family of 17,000 is spread all around the world obviously, but I just try to imagine how all of y'all would look in one place, like post-corona, of course, even as a hypothetical in my mind. It's just like a fantastically big number, and if you are one of the 17,000, thank you so much for being a part of it, and I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Bye.